2019 PGA Show. Dan Murphy, Bridgestone Golf. We're here Tuesday. They're going to see this Wednesday right before the show opens.
Right.
There's a lot I have to ask you. We have to keep this a little scaled down. But first off, Bridgestone's back at the show. Hasn't been here in a few years. That was a decision you made. Why?
Well, we got to tell everybody we're back. We're really excited about it. I left the industry for a little while, and maybe Bridgestone veered off into another direction, and just wanted to tell everybody that, well, one, I'm back. I'm really thrilled to be here, but way more important is that Bridgestone's back as an industry player, back at the PGA Show, and this is a great podium for us. This is a great place for us to really announce and be loud and proud of our great story and to tell the world. And you know, I think it's important to be at the PGA Show, one, to be seen. You got to be seen and be heard, but it's also as a responsible member of the industry to be here and to participate in what I think is the most important industry gathering that we'll see all year.
That was kind of where I was leading to next. The next question is, what does the show mean? There was news, a company left, a large company. There's other companies that don't show up. Most of the big boys are here. What does the PGA Show mean, and why is it so important?
Well, we were back in the day, back when I was here previously for 12 years, we always came to the PGA Show, and it seems like the PGA Show has ebbed and flowed before, and people have left and come back. We always stayed. And we always thought it was a very important place just to be seen and heard. And for those folks that aren't showing up, we're happy with that. That means more for us. I mean, more of you for us. You're going to spend more time with us that you're not spending with somebody else. So we don't mind being the belle of the ball. If everybody left, we'd be okay. But we think they should be here. We think it's an important part of being a responsible member of the industry. But if they're not here, you know, it's their loss.
Looking at the creation going on around us, they're seeing B-roll of your booth that's not done right now. It's being set up. What does it take, the planning stages, for you guys to put this together and the decisions you have to make of, we need it looking like this, and we need a message to say this? How does all that work?
Oh, man, I mean, just like your business, I'm sure, looks easy on the surface of it, but there's a ton.
Oh, it's easy, trust me.
A ton of preparation and a ton of work that goes on behind the scenes. Trade show preparation is the same thing. I mean, obviously there's financial implications of it, but there's creative implications as well. What's our message? What are we trying to say? And what we're trying to talk about is ball fitting again. We think ball fitting is a very ownable place for us to be. Customization obviously is a great opportunity for us. Other guys aren't doing it, and it's something that we still own with consumers. So we want to talk about that. And so creatively, we get with our artists, we get with the booth people, and we create something that we hope delivers a message on that point.
You talked about ball fitting. Our readership, our viewers are really excited that ball fitting's back. Why did it leave? Why is it back? And why is it so important in your eyes?
I can't say why it left, but I can tell you why it's back. It's back because it works, and it's back because it actually is one of the few ways that we can provide real value, or one of the most unique ways, I should say, that we can provide real value to the end consumer, right? If they get fit for the right golf ball, they're going to play better, and that's what we ultimately want to do. We don't buy into the idea that there's a one-size-fits-all golf ball out there that everybody should play, because we don't all play extra stiff shafts, do we? We don't all play blade irons, and the golf ball should be thought of.
Our readers all do that, actually.
Well, you guys are exceptions, of course, but for the regular recreational player out there, getting fit to the right ball can indeed add enjoyment to their game, and we think that's a truth that we can own and we can reveal. So I think it's very, very important to us.
Finally, the last question I have, and I think all of our readers have been waiting for this question, at least on the surface directly from you. Why are you here? You were part of this company. You brought it to a great height. You left the golf industry.
I did.
You're back. And now you have this challenge to bring this brand back as well.
Because of you, baby. No, honestly, I love the golf business, and it's where I grew up. It's where I've made my career, and I did step outside the golf business, and it was interesting. It was educational. I learned some things that I brought back, and I think I'm a better leader because of it. But this is where my passion is. Bridgestone Golf is a brand that I helped launch back in 2005, and it's in my soul, and I've just got to be here. And it's like you with THP, man. It's in your soul now, right? You can't deny that.
You got to bleed the green and white.
You got to believe, and I believe in Bridgestone Golf, and we're going to take this brand back to the top.
We're at the 2019 PGA Show. We're with a familiar face and Johnny Rodriguez.
Hey guys.
We are here before the show started.
Yes.
Demo day is today on Tuesday. We're on the show floor. They're going to see some B-roll scrolling across as we speak, so they don't have to look at us
Cool.
and see what this creation process is like. But you've been doing this for a long time. You create this, I'll call it a monstrosity of a booth because it's enormous.
Big. It is big.
Tell us a little bit about, first, why you guys do this big booth.
We got a lot of product. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. You know what? It's just a representation of our brand. So we this is a way for people to see who we are as a brand. It's always an open booth. It's inviting. It's come on in here, get a hug. Because
You're giving hugs this week?
giving hugs all day long. You guys come on in, you get a hug. That's what we do.
So you look around and there's a lot of different stations, but what's the inspiration? And I know as a creative guy, you get that question a lot, but what's like the real inspiration for how these booths set up and where does it come from?
You said I gotta keep this PG-13. So my inspiration is not something we can actually keep PG-13. So we'll take that one for the
You get weirder by the year.
yeah. That's why I can't tell you about my inspiration because I have to go to weirder places to get it.
So
And it's not Freddie Kong's house. Let's put it that way.
So going back to the idea, it changes every year. Like your booth is completely different every year. There's a lot of companies who do something similar, very golf-like. Yours is 100% different every year. Why?
Because it's not the same product. We change every time we change the product. I feel like, if we were to just put new banners up and just put new video up on the same layout, I just don't think it tells you how in love we are with this new product. So I mean, this comes from inspiration from the product is really what it comes from, and then we just make sure it kind of just tells the story.
You guys have done everything from, you had a tank in here. You had a thing filled with chrome soft little squeeze balls that they weren't giveaways, but they were gone by like 10 a.m.
They were gone.
What do you look at when you set up a booth every year? You have something gigantic. This being that it'll hit tomorrow when the show opens. What is like your big thing this year?
I don't know. I think the little Stroke Lab piece is pretty cool. So I think that kind of tells you what the story is about the putter, and just in a visual way. So I always like to look at, how can I tell the story to all the guys coming in here, gals actually. But I like, how do you tell the story just visually without having to explain it? And I think that's a key to the booth, like the flash face. I mean, it's larger than life, but it's, you look at it and there's something different. So I think that's what I try to do.
So last question here. Like we said, you've been doing this for a long time. I know that this is not your favorite week, the lead up. You love seeing the show and you love seeing everybody's face when they come into the booth. What's it like this week right here before the show starts for you?
It is so. Kind of give you an idea of the booth. So, it's about a 9 to 10 month process. So we'll after this show, we take about 2 weeks. We kind of go over like, okay, what worked, what didn't work, what can we do better, and then we wait a month before we have another meeting, and on the second month we start designing. So, this week though for me it's about I've been here a week already. A week and 2 days actually, so it takes a long time to put this thing together. I mean, it's almost 20,000 square feet, so it's a lot of space. So it's a process, but it's fun though. It's fun when you see it finished. Like tonight, I go like this, and I give the keys away, and it's the greatest feeling ever. And then I go down to the pit,
Tuesday, 2019 PGA Show. There's mass chaos going on around us. They can probably see behind us here. There's some construction. I wanted to talk with Nate at OGIO because last year you were at the show as part of OGIO, but this was the big relaunch. This is the new brand. What's it like coming to this one?
Yeah, this is really exciting. Since we acquired OGIO back in the beginning of 2017, our product team has been slaving away creating new products, and this is the first time we've been able to show them on a large audience. They've been available for sale online and in some golf shops, but for the first time, all the hard work we've been doing for over the last 2 years, we get to show it off to the golf industry today.
You've been to a few PGA shows. We're asking kind of the question because there's a lot of doom and gloom reporting that the show doesn't matter and things like that. And I'm on the opposite side. I think it's as important as ever. What does the show, why does it matter to you, and what does it mean to you guys?
Well, for a brand like OGIO that isn't one of the biggest names in golf, it's really important for us because it gives us a voice, it gives us a floor, it gives us a venue to show off all the great products that we're making, all the great work that our team is doing, and introduce to the golf industry, whether it's buyers from green grass shops, whether it's media. I mean, everyone in golf is here, and they get to see all the great stuff we're doing. So the PGA Show really gives us a platform to be more of a viable company that we might otherwise be able to be.
Finally, we're sitting in a giant OGIO logo. What is the creation of the booth like from beginning to end? I know this is the final touches. Everything's kind of going nuts right now. What's it like to create this and then see it when everybody walks in on Wednesday, see their faces?
Well, we had a really definite strategy this year of being much more focused on our new products. So if you notice, this is actually our new logo. It changed since last year. So for us, it was just really a treat to, and a credit to our leadership that gave us the green light to just be really, really focus on our new products, focus on the new branding. And the way we built the brand was trying to be very, very simple, very, very streamlined, very, very focused. So it made making the booth really a delight.